Hey guys, Chris Clothier here, and welcome to another episode of the Grind Podcast. Thank you for joining me here today. Look, coming to you from sunny Memphis on a Friday. Hopefully, you are experiencing the same thing I'm experiencing, which is absolute joy going into the weekend. Cannot wait for just a lot of all the fun activities that come at the weekend. For me, I'm loaded down with activities with the kids. Got all kinds of things going on, but also real estate. I try and see some of my properties over the weekend that we own here locally. Of course, always out anytime we're driving around, and particularly here in Memphis, and able to go and see some of the houses that we have. Sometimes they're owned by our clients. Sometimes they're stuff that we own that we're renovating. But yeah, just got a nice, fun little weekend planned for us. Maybe Home Depot, maybe Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't know if there's gonna be enough time on Saturday, but we'll see. Until then, I'm doing the podcast, and I've got a big announcement this week. This is, it's not bittersweet, but it's one of those things that it's fun, but it's also all good things come to an end, and that's kind of where I'm at with the podcast. I've had a great time producing the podcast over the past year. I think we produced almost 60 episodes, or maybe a few more. And there's, look, I've enjoyed it. I've learned, I think, how to present different topics and talk about different things. And I've enjoyed coming up with new things to come up with. Isabella behind the camera there has done fantastic, giving me some different topics to go through. And so therefore, we're not actually stopping doing what we do. We're just transitioning. Most of the content that we produce is consumed by all across video. Most people actually watch the video, and when we put the video up on YouTube, more viewership comes through there than comes through the actual podcast, although there are a ton of podcast listeners. So we decided that strategically, if we're going to be producing this content, that we can produce better content if we are able to do more video and make the video more engaging, and even different locations. We can, if we're going to shoot video and do a video podcast or a video cast, or whatever they want to call it, YouTube Shorts might be a fantastic place for us to build for our audience. So that was the first transition we decided to do. And then this past week, I've gone out and filmed at a couple of houses to do like video walkthroughs and kind of look at it, talk about it, explain some of the features of them, tell a little bit about what we're looking for, talk about the transitions we're looking to make in some of these neighborhoods. But we also recognize that there's other really talented people here at REI Nation, especially on our portfolio team, that look, they're really good. They're really good at getting out in front of the camera and showing people, hey, this is where we are and what we're doing. So we made the decision, and it was tough because I really, as I said, I love doing these podcasts, but we made the decision that it's probably better for the content we're producing and for the way that our viewers and listeners are consuming it to transition to video and make the videos better, put better production behind them. We have a fantastic team member named Megan who has really begun to shine. We've recognized her talent at the quality of the video production. She has the time to be able to put more behind the video side of it. So look, that's what today's podcast is. Today's podcast is all about saying, kind of goodbye for a couple of weeks. Get ready, because right after Labor Day, we're coming right back with the video podcast. You can still listen to it in your car, but you play the YouTube video on your phone and you Bluetooth it right through your audio, and you can hear what we're talking about. Don't video and drive. Don't watch the video and drive. If you like listening on the car, listen. If it sounds like something good, I'm telling you, hey, you got to be looking at it on the pictures. Watch it later. Just my PSA right there. But look, as we launched the Grind newsletter and the Grind podcast, it's still going to be branded, I think, somewhat the Grind, because this is all about, how we work harder and smarter and produce. That's it. Entrepreneurs, real estate investors, across the boards, how do we just get better at what we do? That's what the whole concept of the Grind was. From Kent Senior's executive letter, which I think is going to be, I think it's kind of the same thing with him. He's going to make that a little less often because he's done 52 of them in a row and well received. I mean, big time open rates on those and readership, but he feels like it's probably time to say things a little bit differently and let some other voices come through. So that's what we're going to do. Anyway, we're making some adjustments over here. This is going to become the Grind by REI Nation or something to that effect, brought to you by REI Nation. We're talking about the grind that every team member goes through. And it's so funny because many of you listening right now are entrepreneurs. That's probably been the most satisfying thing about this, doing the podcast, is that there's so many entrepreneurs or budding entrepreneurs, people that are entrepreneurial in spirit and want to, build their own business. And we've recognized that there's a lot of entrepreneurs inside our company. They build their own businesses here. They're in charge of their schedules. They're in charge of their production. They're in charge of what they're doing. They're building life skills to maybe be entrepreneurial later, with some other venture or even a side gig. So it's been very rewarding to know the number of people that aren't just real estate people, the number of listeners that are listening because they find real value in, some of the stories we tell, some of the tips we talk about, and the way we discuss the reality of building a business. It is a grind. And so many people put a negative connotation against that, and we don't. I mean, it's the grind because you love it. We love that. We love the fact that sometimes you do gotta, jump yourself out of bed to get something done. You can't just lay there and expect it to happen. I love the whole attitude and all the gurus that put out there the 4-hour work week and the, lay around and look at beautiful scenery all day and make money with it. Look, more power to you. The fact is that even if I was making money, if I was laying around looking at nothing, I'd get bored, about 37 minutes into it and want to go do something. So, for those of you that are like us, you enjoy the grind, we got more coming to you. It's just going to be videos. We're going to take about a 1 to 2 week break. And then we're right back with, the Grind by REI Nation, and it's going to be video centric. So hopefully you will make the transition with us. If you've been listening on podcasts and listening in the car, like I said, it's still going to be there for you. It's just going to be in a slightly different format. You're going to listen to it on in a slightly different way. Although, I don't know, I guess the team will tell me, we may still be publishing the audio. It just, it may not be the same as it is today, because I'm definitely going to change the way I'm engaging. I'm going to be much more in front of the camera and be more descriptive of what we're doing or what the topic is, and less kind of freewheeling it behind the microphone and getting my instant reaction stuff from the team. Although I will tell you this, be looking for this, because one of the videos we will do is going to be instant reaction to rental houses. I just kind of put that out there. This weekend, I was driving past a rental house, and I literally stopped the car, took a picture, and spent 5 minutes teaching my family, my kids, about this is why my company is so successful, because our competition looks like this. This is what other people put out and advertise in the way they show their house. And this was an actual management company that had this out there. And I was like, there's times when I want to reach out to owners and say, this is what your house looks like. This is what you're paying somebody for. No matter what you're paying, even if you're paying them, half the rate that we would charge you, you're overspending. That's how bad the presentation was. And it was really funny. I was able to teach my kids, hey, this is not what we do. And then I drove past one of our houses and they could instantly see the difference. And, that's not always going to be the case 24/7 every day at every house. There's always transitions that houses go through. And perhaps this house was in transition. I doubt it from what I've seen from this. I'm not going to call any companies out, just so we're clear with everybody. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to instantly react to what a rental property looks like and help our viewers understand that, hey, this is what we mean by curb appeal. This is what we mean by, the difference in getting a high rent and a low rent. This is what we mean by, and this will be one of our big sessions of letting a resident, a buyer, anybody, let the eye match what the eye see what the ear hears. When you advertise a particular way and your performance is of a particular level, and somebody looks at the presentation of the homes that you have out there and they don't match, that's really hard sometimes for people to make decisions to do business with you. And so that's going to be one of our video series. That's something for you to look forward to. Until we get a chance, guys, to meet again on video, the biggest thing I want to say is thank you. Everybody that's listened, everybody that's sent emails in, everybody that's asked questions, everybody that's responded or reacted. Heartfelt, thank you very much. I'm learning as I go and enjoying what I do. Can't wait to see you on the videos. Until then, guys, commit to the grind. We'll talk to you. Thanks a lot.